Congratulations, you have clicked on the one video on YouTube that doesn't use a clickbaity title to talk about Bethesda's game Starfield. If you're interested in this game, what it could be, what we know and don't know, this video is for you. But I won't be talking about too much about the rumours and leaks that have surfaced on Reddit and 4chan. I'll be jumping off from what we officially know and then talking about what I'd like to see from this new Bethesda game. Because let's face it, speculating about new games from our favourite companies or producers whose games we've enjoyed in the past is a really fun thing to do. All we have to do is be mindful of overhyping something we literally know next to nothing about. So, several years ago, Bethesda trademarked a title for the new game Starfield, and the rumour mill was grinding from that point on. But what have they officially said? They've officially said next to nothing. It's likely set in space, given the title, but even that is based on a rumour. In 2017, a source claimed that it would be a sci-fi title set in the future of the Fallout universe, featuring space exploration and travel to procedurally generated worlds. The same source claimed that we'd get more information last year, E3 2017, but none arrived. And there have been rumours this year that we might get a potential announcement or at least some information about the game in E3 2018, but don't know about you. Getting a little bit of deja vu here. So let's go back to Bethesda. What have they actually officially said that might be relevant? Well, they've said that before the next Elder Scrolls game or Fallout game, that we'll be seeing other large-scale titles from them that will be new IPs. So Starfield kind of seems to fit the bill, right? But literally that's about all we know so far if we're not going on rumours. Maybe it will be revealed at E3 2018, maybe it won't. Maybe it's set in the future of the Fallout universe, maybe it isn't. Maybe it's announced to be a collectible card game and Bethesda fans join the Witcher fans and buying up all the whiskey in the world to dull the pain. Maybe. It's all maybe, but one thing isn't. The prospect of a new IP from Bethesda in the open world style of something like Elder Scrolls or Fallout is hugely exciting, and we want to speculate. Damn it, we gaming enthusiasts, hobbyists, we want to talk about this stuff. Okay, so having that disclaimer about what we know, what we don't know, let's talk about this stuff. From this point in the video, it's a flight of fancy. I'll tell you what I want from this game, this potential new Bethesda game, and then you can tell me what you hope for in the comments. There's no right or wrong in this respect, and only our hopes for a new Bethesda game. So let's talk about it and be nice to each other. For me, the thing missing from space exploration games like No Man's Sky or Elite Dangerous is the sense that the planets and places you discover are really interesting, peopled with NPCs and filled with quests. This is the primary thing I'm hoping for from Starfield. Let's take a theoretical space game where you discover a space station. How might that typically play out? You've discovered the station, what can you do with it? Maybe you can sell the information of its location on the black market for credits. Or maybe you can strip the station with your mining laser. Or maybe you can even board the station, wander about a bit. But there's one NPC at the bottom who wants you to evacuate him, or a couple of monsters. But it's largely underwhelming. In the Starfield in my head, this space station would be people with a whole host of NPCs with interesting stories to tell, handing out side quests, sending you to investigate the strange sounds that are emanating from the space station's abandoned ore refinery. You know, basically, in short, there'd be characters with compelling stories and a story that goes along with the station. There's the kind of detail and scale in a space station. It's incredibly hard to achieve, and despite how good a game like Elite Dangerous is, it's unreasonable to expect that level of detail from a game like that. But with a company like Bethesda, with the track record and the resources that they have, yeah, I'm kind of hoping for that level of rich storytelling through exploration that might come from Starfield. That's one of the things. The second thing that springs to mind for me is housing. And I know everyone's going to click off the video. Don't click off the video. I don't actually mean housing. I mean building and creating, like changing the world in some way to make it more your own. And there are a generation of gamers now that grew up on games like Minecraft, and they expect a greater ability to shape their environment than is found in older Bethesda games like Skyrim. Fallout 4 dipped its toe in the water in this respect, but for many of the settlements, they kind of didn't go far enough and they seemed quite tangential to what was going on. But building or customization of some kind at the core of what you're doing is something I hope for from Starfield. And I'm biased here because I grew up before games like Minecraft, when really you just shoot things and kill things. It's all about destruction. Now creation and building is a big part of games, and I think Bethesda needs to capitalize on that more, and I'd like to see it in Starfield. So what shape might that take in my head? So imagine you need a spaceship, right, to travel among the stars, but very few games give you the opportunity to really make that ship your own. But decoration, okay, you can decorate the interior, but what about being able to modify the layout and the mechanics of the ship, the shape of the ship, so that your spaceship becomes as much a part of your character as the Millennium Falcon is to Han Solo? I'm a big fan of the X3 space games where you can build a mining empire or a trading fleet or an armada that roams the universe, killing bad guys. And although this level of detail will probably mean sacrificing too much in terms of the storytelling, I do hope that there's something in Starfield where your actions kind of affect the political climate of the systems that you're going through, or perhaps the economy of those systems, so that again you're having an effect on the world. I think that's really important, and I hope to see some of that in Starfield. Those are the two things I hope for the most, and I don't want to keep rabbiting on about what I want. I want to hear what you want, but the two things are deep exploration with characters and quests, and some chance to be creative and to shape the world. Those are the two core things that I hope for from this muted Bethesda game. But before I hand it over to you guys, here's a couple of things I hope the game doesn't have. Very personal quibbles that I hope are not there. I really don't want to voice a protagonist. I don't like them. I know a defined character helps the storytellers and stuff, but I really like to hear my own voice, or hear a voice that I imagine coming from the character. I really don't like the voice protagonist at the core of these kind of open world games. And this is a more technical thing. Myself as a gamer, I don't know much about the technical side of making games, but I know that Fallout 4 is relying on a slightly older engine that's been used by Bethesda for many years. So, and some of the shortfallings of Fallout 4, maybe the look of the game, and some of what can be achieved with that old engine starting to look dated. So maybe, you know, I want to, basically, if it means a new engine, whatever it means, I want to see new features that also look really good, like the most recent game that is relevant in Fallout 4. You kind of look at it, it's okay, could look a lot better, and I think perhaps with a new engine you could do new things, one would hope so. Anyway, that's about all from me. I'm excited, and I hope we get more information at E3 this year. So over to you. What do you hope for from Starfield? Tell me what you think you might like to see in the game, and I look forward to talking to you about it. I've been Napyet. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye 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 bye.
No.